Hello guys, and welcome back to another video on my channel. So have you heard about the 16 personality tests? It's been getting really popular in the last couple of years, and I've been looking at way too many YouTube videos on this exact topic, and I figured, I need to find out which of the 16 personalities I am. So today I'm going to be doing this test, and you guys can follow along with me, and we're going to finally find out what I am. What is my personality type, and will it help me to figure things out easier? If you have done this test before, feel free to comment your personality type in the comments, or if you haven't, I will be dropping the link in the description so you can do it. And if you're done, comment your personality type and maybe even find your personality twin down in the comments. So I'll be sharing my screen with you. I'm doing it on a phone. So yeah, I was too lazy to turn on my computer. So I'm just doing it on a phone. I'll be sharing the screen with you guys, and you guys can follow along with me. And then together we'll find out what I am. Okay. So let's see here. I'm taking the test. I am putting on the screen record in case you can see the screen, and here we go. First question: you regularly make new friends. I'm gonna have to disagree with that. Okay, it's not that I'm bad at meeting people, it's just that I talk to the people that I know. Okay, if someone new approaches me, I will have a conversation with them and become friends. I'm just not the approaching other people type of person, so making new friends is not really my forte, shall we say. You spend a lot of time of your free time exploring various random topics that pique your interest. Agree. I love finding out about new things and researching them and knowing everything about them, so I'm gonna have to agree. Seeing other people cry can easily make you feel like you want to cry too. I'm gonna have to disagree on that, and only because when I see someone cry, my head immediately goes to, why are they crying? How can I help them? And what can I do to make them stop crying? Is there something I can do to help? I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing, but that's just who I am, okay? You often make a backup plan for a backup plan. I like planning. I don't know if I have a backup plan for my backup plan, so I'm gonna go to like the least agreeing one, okay? Because I like planning, I like having plans, but I don't know if I'm that planning, okay? You usually stay calm even under a lot of pressure. Agree. I feel like in college I had to stay calm under pressure because you were constantly under pressure. So I feel like I learned how to stay calm under pressure. So, okay. At social events, you rarely try to introduce yourself to new people and mostly talk to the ones you already know. Okay, so that comes back to the first question where I am not really good at approaching new people, but if you approach me, I'll talk. So at social events, you rarely try to introduce yourself to new people. I'm gonna have to agree with that one. Okay, next. You prefer to completely finish one project before starting another. I'm gonna have to moderately agree to that one, only because I like knowing that the previous thing is finished and I don't have to worry about it anymore, and I can move on without having to worry. You are very sentimental. I think I'm gonna be neutral on that one, because there are certain things that I like to keep, but I'm not like having to hold on to every small thing that reminds me of something. I know my mom is very sentimental. She keeps everything. I think I'm kind of neutral on that front. You like to use organizing tools like schedules and lists. I definitely do. Even a small mistake can cause you to doubt your overall abilities and knowledge. Okay, so I feel like younger me would say agree. But I feel like I have evolved over the last couple of years where I can recognize a mistake and take the lesson it's trying to teach me and move on without it, making me feel doubtful in my own abilities. So I'm gonna like moderately disagree on that one. You feel comfortable just walking up to someone you find interesting and striking up a conversation. Is this test trying to out me as someone who can't just go talk to people? Oh, okay. So that's going to be disagree. You're not too interested in discussing various interpretations and analysis of creative works. Well, I feel like the only way you can form a complete opinion of something is by hearing the different interpretations. So if you're hearing all the different interpretations, you can kind of pick things that you agree with and form your own. So I think I would disagree on that one. Okay. You are more inclined to follow your head than your heart. I'm going to have to agree with that. I don't really know what to say about that one. I tend to use, my brain to think things through and make decisions based on information. I know there are people who like to make decisions with their heart, like following their passions, their impulses, and they're wildly successful too. So to each their own. I am just more of a head person rather than a heart person. But, I don't think either one is bad, okay? You usually prefer just doing what you feel like at any given moment instead of planning a particular daily routine. I'm gonna have to disagree. I like having a daily routine. If something happens that disrupts my routine, it does get me a little iffy, but I can adjust, I can adapt. But I do prefer having a routine. Just because I feel like it makes me personally more productive when I know what I have to do for that day. Okay. You rarely worry about whether you make a good impression on people you meet. You rarely worry. So I feel like high school me would say disagree, because high school me was, but I think college helped me grow up a little and grow a little more secure. So I'm gonna moderately agree to that one, because at this point I feel like if someone likes me for me, then that's fine. But if I have to work to impress you and worry about where I'm impressing you, do I actually need to have you in my life to have to constantly work to impress you? So I feel like through the years, I have learned that lesson. Okay. You enjoy participating in group activities. I don't know if I'm the right person to ask this. Only because in university, you have to work in groups sometimes, and sometimes it works out great, other times not so much. And it's just, I don't know. You enjoy participating in group activities. Like, I enjoy doing things with my family, but does that also mean group activities? Or does it mean like with random people? I'm gonna be neutral on that one, okay? You like books and movies that make you come up with your own interpretation of the ending. I can agree with that, I think. You like books and movies that make you come up with your own interpretation of the ending. I think I'll agree. I'll agree with that one. Because that's what art is sometimes. It makes you think. It makes you think what your interpretation of what happens is also important. Like, yes, you should watch movies and read books to enjoy them, obviously, but if you can use your own interpretation, that I feel like that is what art is supposed to be. You're using what you have in your head to interpret what you watch or what you read. So I'm gonna agree with that one. Your happiness comes more from helping others accomplish things than your own accomplishments. From helping others accomplish things than your own accomplishments. I want to say agree, because I do like helping other people, okay? And it does make me feel happy when someone accomplishes something that they've always wanted. I'm generally very happy for someone who reaches success and works hard, and if I can help you do that, then I am obviously very happy. But when I accomplish something that I work really hard for, I'm also very happy, and I don't think that makes me selfish. I just think that's a part of being who I am. I worked hard. Don't get me wrong, things don't just fall into my lap and I'm like, oh yay me. No, when I work really, really hard for something and I get it, that makes me ecstatic. Just the same as when I see someone else achieving success, it makes me happy as well. But I don't know if the one makes me happier than the other, but I'm just gonna mildly disagree on that one, okay? You're interested in so many things that you find it difficult to choose what to try next. I'm gonna mildly agree to that one. I do find a lot of things interesting. That's because I like creative things. My brain is sort of creative, but I also like, more factual things, like information things. So I feel like I have kind of a balance of the two, and that makes it very hard for me to focus on one thing, because there's always something new that I find interesting, whether it is in the creative world or in the factual, information-based world. So I'm gonna mildly agree with that one. You're prone to worrying that things will take a turn for the worse. I'm gonna disagree. I think I'm an optimist. I feel like I'm an optimist. Okay. You avoid leadership roles in group settings. I'm gonna disagree on that one. In high school, I didn't want to be the leader of anything, but during my college years, I really felt like I found myself kind of embracing a leadership role in groups. And yeah, so I'm going to disagree on that one. You are definitely not an artistic type of person. Definitely not. So I'm going to disagree on that. I feel like, not art in the sense of I can draw or paint, because I can't draw or paint. I'm more of the creative writing type. I really am also interested in music. I am trying to learn an instrument, which is, I know they say you should start young, but I'm trying. So I'm going to disagree. I think I am a little artistic. You think the world would be a better place if people relied more on rationality and less on their feelings. Oh, this quiz is, okay. It depends on the situation. Once again, what situation are you in? Is it a situation that requires rationality, or is it a situation where emotions are valid and you can actually make this decision based on feelings? I feel like in general though, you should think things through more with your brain than your feelings. So I guess I'm gonna have to agree on that one, okay? But like I said, there's a time and a place for feelings to come into a decision, okay? So it's not that I think feelings are not important. I feel like in some situations, using your rationality is better. In some cases, feelings are warranted, and using your feelings to make decisions are warranted. But overall, I feel like the brain, the head, once again, over the heart. But okay. You prefer to do your chores before allowing yourself to relax. Agree. Because I don't want to be chilling and know that I have to get up again to do something. If my chores are done, I can just chill. I don't have to get up again. Okay, so next. You enjoy watching people argue. Who enjoys watching people argue? That depends though. Are they arguing about information? Are you getting but no, I think in general, I'm going to disagree. You tend to avoid drawing attention to yourself. I'm going to kind of mildly agree to that one. I don't like being the center of attention, but I don't mind if I get attention, I can handle it. But I wouldn't put myself in a spot to be the center of attention. If I am, I feel like I can handle it. So I'm just going to mildly agree to that one. Your mood can change very quickly. I'm going to kind of moderately disagree. I am pretty level. Sometimes, obviously, I'm a human being. My mood changes, but I don't feel like it's like flip-flopping the whole time. You lose patience with people who are not as efficient as you. That's kind of a weird way to phrase it. Because efficient at what? I mean, you can have a master's degree in something and someone else can just start learning, and obviously they're not going to be as efficient as you yet, but they can get there. But I feel like if you're in a high pressure work situation where you need to get something done now, and you are, the more you could probably lose patience. So I'm going to moderately agree with that one, only because I can understand the situation, and I feel like maybe I will lose patience if I know there's a deadline and I know these people aren't working as efficiently as they should be. You often end up doing things at the last possible moment. Disagree. I feel like if I do it as early as possible, it gives me more time to relax. So if I get it done, I'm done. I don't have to worry about it anymore. You have always been fascinated by the question of what, if anything, happens after death. I'm going to sort of agree on that one. I mean, it's a very interesting topic. You usually prefer to be around others rather than on your own. Disagree. Okay, I'm just going to disagree. I'm not going to give an explanation on that one. I don't mind being around people, but sometimes I just feel like I need my own space. You become bored or lose interest when the discussion gets highly theoretical. Get bored or lose interest. Sorry, but think flying around. Lose interest when it's theoretical. I don't think so, because when things get theoretical, that's when the ideas sometimes come. I mean, it can sometimes be ideas that aren't as great, but it can also be very good ideas. So I'm gonna moderately disagree on that one. You find it easy to empathize with a person whose experiences are different from yours. Agree. I think I can agree to that. You usually postpone finalizing decisions for as long as possible. Disagree. I don't like pending decisions. I like to get the information, make my decision, and have it done. Okay, because if you keep postponing it, it's gonna work, and you're gonna stress and stress and stress about it, and it's just not gonna be healthy to keep worrying. Some people can wait longer. Like I said, this is a personality test. There are different personalities. I, for one, like to make a decision with all the information at hand as soon as possible. You rarely second guess the choices that you have made. I can moderately agree to that. Obviously, now and again you make a choice and you're like, well, But I usually think things through quite a lot, so usually I'm quite comfortable with the choices I make. After a long and exhausting week, a lively social event is just what you need. No, what I need is my room and Netflix. Or whatever is on, series, and just a good book perhaps, and just relaxing by myself just to unwind. Okay. You enjoy going to art museums. Okay, well, I don't live in an area with a lot of art museums, so I don't know. I think I'm going to be neutral on that one. You often have a hard time understanding other people's feelings. Okay, I can understand with someone's feelings without agreeing with them, but when something happens to someone, I can, for example, see why they feel the way that they feel. I think I can put myself in someone else's shoes quite well, so often have a hard time. I'm going to disagree on that one. You like to have a to-do list for each day. I'm going to moderately agree. Like I said, I like having a to-do list because that makes me personally more productive. But if I don't get to everything, I'm not going to freak out. You rarely feel insecure. I mean, I feel like everyone has insecurities. I do as well. I have a lot of insecurities, but like I said, I am an optimist. So that means I try to focus on the positive. I'm going to mildly, the least agree that I can agree. You avoid making phone calls. Agree. I would rather message you. Okay? People call me. I don't call people. Except my mom. I will call my mom. You often spend a lot of time trying to understand views that are very different from your own. I don't know. I'm gonna have to be neutral on that one, because I don't know. I want to be as honest as I can. I don't know. In your social circle, you're often the one who contacts your friends and initiates activities. Disagree. If your plans are interrupted, your top priority is to get back on track as soon as possible. Agree. You are still bothered by mistakes that you made a long time ago. I'm going to mildly have to disagree, although I think in the past maybe I would have been, but I feel like I said, I've grown in the last couple of years. You really contemplate the reasons for human existence or the meaning of life. We disagree. I think about it a lot. Why do we exist? What is our purpose here? So, your emotions control you more than you control them. Disagree. You take great care not to make people look bad, even when it's completely their fault. Make people look bad, even when it's completely... I wouldn't want to purposely humiliate someone, even if they harmed me. I think I'm going to be neutral on that one. I don't know. Your personal work style is closer to spontaneous bursts of energy rather than organized. No. Disagree. I am someone who's very organized, like you've seen from this quiz. When someone thinks highly of you, you wonder how long it will take them to feel disappointed in you. Like I said, high school me probably would say agree. Me personally, I feel like sometimes everyone in your life will disappoint you at one time or another, because we're all human and we all make mistakes. No one is perfect, okay? So at some point or another, someone's gonna be disappointed, but you can regain kind of something if you just tell them, okay, I made a mistake, but I'm working on bettering that. So I'm gonna just moderately disagree. You would love a job that requires you to work alone most of the time. I'm gonna moderately agree. I don't mind working with people, but I think I prefer more alone time. Sometimes group work is fun, so not all the time, okay? I wouldn't want to be alone 24/7. You believe that pondering abstract philosophical questions is a waste of time. I'm gonna mildly disagree. You feel more drawn to places with busy, bustling atmospheres rather than disagree. You know at first glance how someone is feeling. I feel like I'm being neutral on that one, because sometimes you can tell and sometimes you can't. I don't feel like I'm that intuitive yet. I feel like if I hone the skill, I could probably do it, but I'm neutral on that one for now. You often feel overwhelmed. Disagree. Like I said, when I get a lot of things thrown my way, I organize them, I'd make my lists, and I plan when I'm going to do them. Okay. You complete things methodically without skipping over any steps. I'm going to be neutral on that one, because sometimes I'm very focused on the steps. Sometimes I will skip a step. So it's not agree or disagree, it's both. Okay. You're very intrigued by things labeled as controversial. I kind of have to agree, because what is controversial? I'm intrigued by a lot of things. So some things I like maybe controversial, some things I like maybe just normal. So I'm just gonna have to agree. I'm interested in a lot of things. You would pass along a good opportunity if you thought someone else needed it more. That one makes me look bad, but I mean, I don't know. If you worked hard for an opportunity, I mean, is it really selfish to take it if you really, really worked hard for it? I mean, I don't know. I'm just gonna mildly disagree. You struggle with deadlines. Disagree. You feel confident that things will work out for you. I kind of agree with that, only because I feel like I work hard for the things that I earn. I don't expect things to fall into my lap. Okay. Let's see my results. Just a moment. Architect, INTJA. Okay. So I'm introverted, who would have guessed? I'm intuitive, thinking more than feeling, and assertive. Okay. So there's this long explanation here. I'm not going to get into that. If you want to go read it, I will put the website down below. Okay, so INTJ, I am the architect, okay? I'm gonna be reading this because I'm quite interested. Question everything, okay? That sounds kind of like me. Strong independent streak. I do feel like I prefer being independent rather than okay, I'm just skimming through some of these things. Imaginative yet decisive. I feel like that's true about me. I do use my imagination quite a lot. Ambitious yet private. Curious yet focused. I mean, from what I'm just skimming through this right now. But from what I'm reading, it does feel like it's quite accurate. I think you can go read up on any of the personality types on the website that I put in the description. But personally, I feel like the architect or INTJ kind of suits me. Let's look at some of the strengths and weaknesses quickly. I'm not sharing the screen. Rational, informed, independent, determined, curious, versatile. So those are my strengths. And I feel like, yeah, most of them are true. This thing's pretty spot on. So yeah, okay. So that was it, guys. I know this video has gone on forever, but I am INTJA, which I think the A stands for assertive. So that is me. That is my personality type. What is yours? Leave a comment down below, do the test, and let us know what you are. Find your personality twin if you want. If you like this kind of video, let me know if there are other quizzes you would like me to do, and I will see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.